Hello and welcome to my video to show you how to group by the month when using a pivot table. The data that I currently have on screen, as you can see, are the restaurant sales for the various days over a couple of months. We have beverages, meat, fish, dairy, pasta, confectionery, vegetables. And here we have the different members, Team A, Team C and Team B. Because of the data in its form, we would like it in a more organized fashion, and to do this we can create very quickly a pivot table. Not only that, but we can ask them to create the pivot table and categorize it and summarize it by the month. So let's begin. First of all, I'm going to select cell A1, then click on the Insert tab on the ribbon. Select the Pivot Table command in the Tables group. The Create Pivot Tables dialog box appears on screen, and it currently displays the correct cell range selected. So I simply click OK. I am now presented with the Pivot Table field list. Here I can select whatever fields that I require for my pivot table. So this essentially is where I'm going to build my pivot table from. For this particular pivot table, I require all the fields on my spreadsheet. And as I select them, you can see how Excel organizes them in a logical fashion onto the window. However, it is still quite scattered in the sense that for the 1st of the 2nd, 2011, this was the sum of the various sales for Team A, and then on the 3rd of February 2011, Team A, then Team C. So you can see it's really organized by the date. I would like Excel to condense that in a more practical fashion for reading purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it by the month. I'm going to group it by dates. So click on cell A5. One of the reasons that I must click here, I'm going to group it by the date. So I select the cell with the date and then I click on Group Field. Watch what happens if I select somewhere else rather than the date. My Group Field command is now ghosted out and it's unavailable. So ensure, if you have data like this, that you would select a cell with the date and then click on Group the Field. I would like to group it by the month. So if it wasn't already selected, I would have clicked on months. You then also have up here starting at the 1st of February 2011 and ending at the 1st of April 2011. That suits my data currently, but you could change this if you wished, but I'm happy with that, so I select OK. And now what you can see is Excel presents us with a more easily understandable layout of the data. So it groups it now and saying in February, Team A, their sum of beverages sold was this figure, their sum of meat sold was this figure, and so on. Team B, again. And so it's a very quick way of grouping data. When you want to use the Group Field command, you can select it and you can group it by the month or the week and so on. So thank you for watching the short video on how to group by the month when using a pivot table.